Hey, today we're not playing Hollow Knight. I don't know if this game is like Hollow Knight, but the screenshots kind of reminded, like these spirit things kind of reminded me of Charms. And then I just was like, okay, this is Hollow Knight. We're playing Hollow Knight. But I don't know if it is. I did find it funny. There's a dedicated pray button, which seems to, I don't know, heal for 40. Um, So we play as this little girl, I guess. I did skip the opening cutscenes. We can dodge, and we have this guy that fights for us, I guess. This game was free on PlayStation Plus, and that's the only reason I even considered playing it. Um, but now we are playing it, so let's see what we can do. I mean, she's got a massive jump here, like that is a very, like, she should be doing long jumping, realistically. Oh, once again, like, we've got, oh my god, it's the subspace map. It looks just like subspace. Um, okay. There's no double jump, but we can climb up, the surfaces. I guess we'll just kill this guy. Wield my power as your own. You seem more than capable. Really? Okay. We've got this like badass knight following us around. We like summon this knight whenever we want to attack, and he's like, "Yeah, you seem like the right vessel for my courage and my blade." It's kind of interesting though because like functionally I'm just attacking, but there's like um there's some flavor in the fact that it is technically summoning someone to attack for me. It kind of reminds me of in Dragon Ball FighterZ, um, when Videl attacks, um, Gohan comes out, and I think that's also how Team Ginyu works. Is you play as Captain Ginyu, but the other ones attack with certain like specials. Um, I guess not specials, but command inputs, like whatever. Certain attacks are, they summon the other people. But I think that's, I don't know, it's kind of fun. I wish I had more attacks though. I literally can only attack, um, with this three-piece combo. I don't have like directional attacks or anything. I mean, obviously I'm gonna break all of this scenery, but most of the time I'm not gonna get anything, right? Okay, so my max HP's gone up from that. I can't cancel my attacks with dodging, but I can end them quicker. So there's some like ISA frames going on there. For those of you that don't play melee, IASA means interruptible as soon as, i.e., you can interrupt this move as soon as this frame happens. Okay, so now I could, yeah, so it is just like Hollow Knight. We got a bench I can't do anything with because I haven't picked up any like charms or anything. They're blighted whose minds do not fade. This is no saving grace, however, as it's said that they must endure an eternity of pain and suffering. I mean, that's pretty brutal, yeah. So the blighted are the guys I'm fighting, I guess. Is the lore that I'm actually, like, helping them because otherwise they would just suffer? Because I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm, like, doing a courageous act. You know, one of the things I really appreciated about Hollow Knight was, like, you kind of had to go out of your way to get lore drops. You had to read things and talk to people. And, you know, what cutscenes there were very, very short. Like, usually it was only the endings that triggered, like, proper cutscenes. Oh, Fortnite updated. That video's coming in the future. I don't know when, but that video's not ready yet. But yeah, I really like Hollow Knight because I can just ignore the lore of the world, because I don't actually care about the lore of Hollow Knight. It's just a really fun game. And to be fair, this game hasn't been too in my face with it either, because I am able to skip all the cutscenes, which is something that in 2024 should be standard for all games, but is definitely not. So, okay, right. So in the top left it says how many times I can pray. I also have like a blood meter. I don't know what that's for. I'm gonna pray again, obviously. So now I can't pray anymore. I'm unable to pray. What's down here? Door opens in the distance, okay. This is the thing. Now that we're playing a Metroidvania, I'm like, oh, I've got to explore like every different branching path. I could easily not make progress in this game for the entire length of the video. But honestly, that would be fine. Because that is kind of the Metroidvania vibe. I mean, I got lost so many times in the world of Hollow Knight, and that was one of the things that made me appreciate it so much, was the kind of, you know, quietly getting lost and walking around without necessarily knowing what I want to do next or where I want to go next. There was something like kind of peaceful about exploring the world of Hollow Knight, because until you found a new place, yeah, there were still enemies there, but, you know, by and large, you get to a certain point where you can just kind of either ignore them or kill them without difficulty, because you've been playing the game for so long at a certain point. It took me a long time to find Mothwing Cloak, the double jump ability. It was one of the last things I did before beating the game. Just because I never explored. I think it's in the top right of the map. I just didn't ever find the path until, you know, quite late into it. Let's see what's on the other side of this door. Umbral Knight. Is that my guy? I guess that's my guy. The little red, like, fairy thing is my knight. Yeah, so I can watch the opening again if I cared to. But I don't, so we're not gonna watch that. No, some shit has gone down here. The air is thick, the rot of the blight. Talking about thick air, it was extremely humid in Scotland a couple days ago. I was walking around and it felt as if I was wading through water. It was so... I mean, it was just awful. Anyway, we got our first boss fight here. Oh my goodness. So I need to be careful when I'm dodging through her. Doesn't always appear to work. Oh, that attack hits behind. I mean, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go pray. Pray again. It seems like attack, jump, attack is quite good. Okay, of course she has a second form. I thought that was gonna be too easy. Because, like, one of the things about Hollow Knight, I know that I keep comparing these two games, but they are quite similar, is that many of the boss fights you will not probably beat first try. It's one of those games kind of like Celeste, I would say, where it's like, it's accessible difficulty. Like, the average person is going to be able, and even like below average skilled gamers are going to be able to beat Celeste. It's just going to take some work. Whereas, like, there are going to be some games, Kaizo Mario is an example of a game that, like, most people are just not going to be able to beat that without very specific practice and attention to that skill. And there are plenty of Super Mario Maker 2 levels that I would say fall into that kind of Kaizo area. Like, we're not just talking about ROM hacks here. The spacing is tough here. Like, my sword does outrange, but it's kind of hard to hit right at the tipper. I know I'm putting it very much in melee terms when I talk. Oh wow, it's disjointed too. I mean, it's like way off of where the actual sword is. Okay, goodness, that is tough. Seems like in this second form, the attacks do a lot more damage. They're not quite as big, though. Except that one. That running attack is really bad for me. Seems like I can bait it, though. As long as I'm not, like... you know, bad. Yeah. Easy. Easy work. We took down our first creature. Let's go. I was supposed to protect you. I don't think you were doing that. I guess if you were not blighted, you would be protecting me, right? I adored the priestess of the fount. Yep. Yep. I'm sure. See, imagine it told the story without the cutscene. Imagine I just saw the actions, you know? That would be nice. But I've unlocked a... I unlocked double jumps already? Dude, this game's better than Hollow Knight. This game's way better than Hollow Knight. Okay, I've already got a double jump. And I've got Guardian Sigrid Spirit. But I guess I need to go to the bench to equip that, right? That's kind of cool. It's like kind of like Mega Man in that you take skills from the people that you destroy. But it's Hollow Knight. Okay, so I can only have one copy of it. Can I put it in set 2? I can. Cool. Oh, crazy. Oh, I didn't expect it to summon her. Oh, it's like I've seen a ghost. Oh, that's actually kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect that. I mean, it makes sense. Like, it's consistent with how the other guy works. Oh, and you can do them simultaneously. There's not like... you know, there's a cooldown for the individual moves, but you can proc them at the same time. Oh, this game could be quite fun. This game could be quite fun. I'm getting kind of excited to play it now that I've learned a bit more about the mechanics. And the aesthetic of the game is quite good. Once again, skipping cutscenes. Okay, we're not killing that. Yeah, look at that. It's a multi-hit on the ground. No, a multi-hit in the air, and on the ground. It's also a multi-hit, but it hits a very different space. And of course I can double jump, so that's no problem for me. Very cool. I like how much distance the jump roll gives me, because I'm definitely going to be using that a lot. Just for general movement purposes. It's like, even if it wasn't faster, I'd be tempted to press it when moving around, so I'm glad that it, like, very obviously is faster. Because there's games where I've had to kind of debate that, like, is this faster? I'll look it up and it's like, the game FAQs forum is saying it's faster, but like, have they actually tested it? Like, I wish I was getting this. What is this? Oh, that gives me more prayer. Cool. I only have 7 uses of this, is that what that is? What happens when it runs out? So it's a sub-skill. What happens when the uses run out? Oh, well, they can be restored. They have, like, ammunition. It's not like it'll break after. Okay. And the blood in the top left is my level. There's something to it, like it's clearly a blood drop, but it's like upside down. I'm trying to parse like why have they like visual design wise, why is it like that? Because it fills up with blood when I kill things. Like that makes sense, but why is it upside down? There's a decision that's been made there to do that, and I'm just curious what it is. Whoa, creatures are jumping at me. Yeah, it seems kind of weak. The ball and chain, I mean, it's probably better at dealing with like groups of enemies, but it wouldn't kill either of those, and the sword does quite reliably kill things. Oh, I must need another ability to break through that. Like the stomp from Hollow Knight. Careful now. It's been a minute since I sat down at a bench. I'm not really trying to die here. Oh, mini boss? Mini boss? Oh, there we go. So oh, so will I get another ability here because I purified this guy? Or is it not everything? No, I do. I've got an arced leap. But I can't equip it until I find a bench. It's a bit irritating, but it is also how Hollow Knight works. It's just like, I'm kind of excited to try out the new abilities, because the charms in Hollow Knight are like, do more damage when you're on low health, and it's like, okay, I know what that does, but I don't know what this arced leap ability does until I try it. I mean, I know it involves jump. I've deduced that much. Yeah, I can't break that. Maybe I can break it with the new ability, though. It would be kind of a good way to teach me how to use it. Although equally, I have to go find a bench and then run all the way back, so maybe it's not as good. Yeah, skip the cutscene. Oh, is this fast travel? What is this? What is this horse? Whatever, put me on the bench. I want to equip my thing. This also has limited uses. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do anything. Let's keep on going. Oh, it's not super strong. I mean, I get that it's multi-purpose because I can do it while I'm attacking. But it still feels like for something that has like an ammunition cost to use, it should be a bit stronger. I mean, it's not that bad. Oh, this is the hamlet the thing was on about. Yeah, there's a big difference between Hollow Knight and this game, is this game's kind of depressing. I mean, Hollow Knight has this kind of quiet sadness to it at points, but this game has, pretty depressing vibes. I mean, I guess it's not that different. I mean, it's easier to, dissociate the characters from the situation, I guess, in Hollow Knight because they're bugs. But here they're like actual people who have been turned into ghouls, which is kind of the plot of Hollow Knight, but they're bugs, so it doesn't really translate to, at least like in my mind it doesn't translate the same way as like this feels kind of more depressing. I mean, it has a darker aesthetic. That probably does factor into it quite a bit. I am kind of just face tanking stuff right now because I keep leveling up and finding benches before I run out of ways to heal. Or those like flowers that give me more heals. Oh, what was that? I like picked something up. But yeah, I mean, as far as free games go on PlayStation, like, this is one of the ones that I probably wouldn't have played if I didn't have a gold video to record. Usually I'm just in it for the like couple times a year that they're like, oh, here's a game you would have bought anyway. Like I got Borderlands 3. I don't know if I would have bought that, but maybe I would have. Borderlands is fun. But this is not a game that would be on my radar otherwise, so it's kind of good for that, in like discovering games and stuff. You always have to wonder about the like economic impact of stuff like Game Pass and PS Plus on game developers. I'm guessing it's better for PS Plus like Game of the Month. Oh, I'm guessing it's better for like Game of the Month on PS Plus than it is for Game Pass, because I know that the Game Pass is not as lucrative necessarily, but